So change is hard, especially the change we most need to create. I want you to think of that one thing you know you need to do. So maybe it's, I don't know, taking a parenting class, seeing a therapist, hitting the gym. Maybe it's as simple as cleaning the house. Big or small, my next guest says we are all guilty of sitting by and avoiding the kind of growth that could make a big difference to our heads, heart, and home. Studio 5 contributor Dr. Matt Townsend is helping us drill down on 5 steps that will foster real growth. Hi,
yes,
Matt.
Good, hi.
I love this.
This really is life-changing, and it's been life-changing for me. But it's actually, we're exposing something really weird here.
What?
Your mind, or let's say your spirit, wants to have a goal accomplished that would change your life. But something keeps stopping it, and we kind of pretend like it's not us, but it's really our mind. Our own mind is playing against us on something we know would change our life.
And we want to blame a million other things,
we go everywhere else,
or life stages, but you say it all starts and ends with us.
Has to, right? And if you don't own that responsibility, then you have no hope of ever getting out of this. But it's just weird because we think our mind is our friend, but it is actually keeping you from the thing you want most. Growth.
And I have to think in many situations this is something small. We hear small steps make big differences, which alludes to the idea that small goals can make big life changes.
That's right. And it's just a little thing, but for some reason it dominates us. And I know everybody out there knows one thing that they should be doing, that they've known that they needed to be doing.
What's it for you?
For me, well, right now it's writing. I should be writing 2 hours every day. I have time to write. I just never write. I write for this, but I don't, I need to be writing 2 hours a day every day, and I don't do it. And so I wanted to figure out why don't I do it, and what do I do instead? And we're gonna go through all the tricks that our mind does. So in order to start, we have to figure out what is your one thing. So here's the question that I ask, I want everyone to think about. What is the one thing, it's an important activity that you know you need to do much better in your life? Maybe you're already doing it, you need to do it better. The one important thing that if you could improve it or grow it or strengthen it, you know would have a major impact on your life.
And I have to think, again, that answer comes quickly. Like we know, right?
It should. It's been there. It's been haunting you for years, probably. And it doesn't mean that you have to like be perfectly fit, but you know you need to exercise more. It doesn't mean I need to write a ton every day. I just need to write every day.
You need to write. I need to read. That's mine.
Is yours reading?
I need to read.
Read or listen to books?
I can't do the listening. I've tried that. I need to read my scriptures better. I need to read books. I need to read information.
It's way more personal when you're in it, isn't it? Yeah. But you can't read while you're driving. The cop told me that.
The problem.
You can't do that.
That's the problem. Next step, you say, is to offer no excuses.
What our mind tends to do once we know that one thing is we start making up excuses. We start creating issues that don't exist. And when we start to embolden the excuse, we actually think that that's as good as actually doing it. But having a really good reason why you didn't get to the emergency room after that snake bit you, it's not the same as getting there. So at some point, the excuses won't change this. The excuses won't eliminate the guilt, and it won't elevate whatever that activity is to a priority to your life. So you've got to get rid of the excuses. There are no more excuses for why you're not doing it. If you're not doing it, then just admit you don't want to do it. It's not important enough to you. Own it.
That's harsh.
I know. Guess what? It's got to be. It's the only way to shake your mind out of it. So there's no excuse for why you're not doing it anymore. So don't even offer one.
You also are taking away our blame, as in 100% of it.
I want you to own 100% of why it's not getting done. What we tend to do is blame everyone else. I blame everyone else on my staff for why I don't write more. But the reality is I have a huge block of time to do it. But they keep putting things in there and they make me do it. But I'm the boss. So I'm the one that could say, I'm not doing this anymore. So if you own 100% of the blame, guess what? You get 100% of the credit when it starts to take place. You have to own your life. Your life isn't here to be led by anyone but you. So until you will not be willing to blame anyone and you own 100% of it, you can't change
Your life isn't here to be led by anyone but you.
It's yours. This is yours to write.
That's it. You want us to publicly prioritize this one thing, this goal.
What we tend to do is we really privately just distract ourselves. And we fill it with all these other things, even important things. So this is the argument of the good, better, best. We do a lot of good things. I'm not saying this thing we're not doing good things. We're just not doing the one thing that we know is most important that we need to do to change our lives for good. So I want you to now publicly prioritize the goal. I want you to tell everybody at your family, in your family dinner, hey, I have got to start writing 2 hours a day. I need you guys to help hold me accountable to this. I need to put my character on the line. So then when it's easier for me to say, no, I'll just run that carpool. I'm like, no, I got to go write. So can you ride your bike to the park today? And I got to make it public, and I might even make it painful. If I don't write today, I give each of you kids $10. That's pretty public.
That's out there.
So you guys start holding me accountable to it. And so if we make it a little more painful and a little bit more public, we usually live up to that stuff.
But I like how you say the excuses or the blaming happens in private. Like nothing good happens in private, right?
No. But see, that's the weird thing about our thinking is it's all private. So how do I overcome my thinking, but with my thinking?
Yeah.
So one thing we might want to do is put our thinking out on the stage.
Right.
Like, you know how important you have to watch your words when you're in TV.
Yes.
You have to watch everything you say.
Yes.
So it makes you more careful. But people that aren't in TV can say anything they want and nobody cares. But if we want to have some more honor, let's get it out there in the public. Let's let everyone know where we're weak, where we're vulnerable, and I need your help.
You are dishing it today.
Crazy. I'm just sick of it.
This is good. Then you want us to, why are we yelling?
I don't know.
Why are we yelling at each other?
I don't know.
Take it down. You want us to finally choose positive action.
What we tend to do when none of this is happening is we choose to then beat ourselves up, right? And we get into our thinking. So can I just suggest, thinking will get you nowhere here. Just start acting. So shut your caker and shut your mind down and just start acting. Yeah. You don't need to beat anyone up. You just need to do it today. And what's amazing is the minute you get into doing it, you start to catch the fire of it, and it starts to create you a change in you. It literally builds your character. So then line upon line, this little victory after little victory, what happens after a year of doing it? You've conquered it. You've conquered the thing you never thought you could conquer. And we didn't conquer it once. We conquered it a little bit at a time. But we got to turn the mind off, because the mind, remember, isn't playing with you. Yeah. You have a spirit that wants growth and development, and you have this mind, kind of the carnal mind, that just keeps beating the crud out of that idea. We have to let the spirit lead, and then let the body follow the spirit, not the body follow the mind. That's the goal.
This is one of the best conversations we've had this year. I love
it.
Matt,
Greg.
thank you so much. Hey, before we say goodbye, you have just a few spots left for your beautiful fall couples retreat in Zion.
We just started this last year. This
How inspiring.
has changed my life. It's at Zion Red Rock. It's so awesome. You go to matttownsend.com. You can find it. It's on October 3rd to the 6th. We stay there. You have your own private room. We hang out. We have every morning. We talk and we teach. We have a bunch of activities it's all couples oriented. Last time we did painting together. Last time we went on a walk in a labyrinth together. Cool. You can eventually go four-wheeling. There's a bunch of stuff we do. But most importantly is you'll connect and you'll learn how to create peace in the space with your partner.
It just feels like a wholly inspiring opportunity.
And it's in our backyard.
It's right there. Matt, thank you so much.
Thanks,
MattTownsend.com. Click live events. We'll be right back.